kamusta? This is your nurse Harold again, back for another video in this page. First and foremost, kumusta? I hope that you're all doing great. So in this video, kay mag-share lang ko og duha ka butang. Number one is naatay message nga nadawat questions about working environment in the UK, which I will share my thoughts. And the second one is ang immigration changes in the UK. Now, it's not yet finalized, pero there is an upcoming very strict immigration policy. So, nangutana, one of our viewers asked about how is or what is the working environment in the hospital din sa UK. Now, she mentioned about a specific hospital kung asa ko nagtrabaho, but I will answer it in a more general way. One thing that I can reassure you is that daghay Filipino nurses din sa UK. Now, I might be wrong on this, but I think majority of the hospitals din sa UK kay naay Filipino nurses, which is actually good because that means di ka kaayo mahadlok mangutana sa environment din sa UK when it comes to hospitals or working in the hospitals. As I mentioned before, no nga walay seniority, so walay barrier kaayo din so you can always ask questions if you want to, especially if you are just starting in a new unit or new ward or new environment. My only advice would be is never afraid to ask questions. So if you are not sure, always ask questions. Kaya matinabangon na bitaw sila din magina akong ika-reassured. Now again, because of the fact nga daghay Filipino sa mga hospitals in sa UK, game changer for me because we will be comfortable asking more rather than approaching foreigners. But always remember, people are there to help you. They have a good culture when it comes to helping, so always ask questions. The second one is I mentioned about the immigration policy. So nagpagawas og plan ang UK. We're waiting for the final report on that. Pero isa sa mga affected ato, especially as someone working on the healthcare sector, is that they are discouraging, or I think they're banning care homes for a start on hiring overseas employees. So they are encouraging care homes na mag-hire of people or workforce that are already here in the UK. So that means there will be less and less demand of healthcare workers din sa UK, especially if you are someone overseas na hoping to come in. And also, they are tightening the language requirement, both for someone coming in and second is ilang mga dependent. So it's a challenge coming into the UK. For tenure, they're planning to increase the indefinite leave to remain from 5 years to 10 years. So normally, if you're coming to the UK after 5 years, you can apply for indefinite leave to remain, and after that, you can apply for citizenship on the next year. But this time, I think they're changing it to 5 to 10 years. So it's gonna be a long wait. Daghan pa. But for someone like me who was hired overseas, it's quite sad na medyo as part of the immigration, they're cutting overseas employment. So hopefully things will change. I think for the meantime, there is just uncontrolled immigration happening at the moment, both legal and illegal. But healthcare is always it's a highly demand workforce. So hopefully it will change in the future. But for the meantime, yeah, that's what is happening for now. And I don't know, for someone like me now who's been here, maybe I will not be affected of this new policy. But for someone aspiring to come to the UK, you might be the one that will be affected about this one.